This is another episode of the Guys Huddle. Here with me today is K.I.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning.
Zach.
Good morning, guys.
Big Timmy.
What's going on, y'all?
And Trey.
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
First, we would like to officially announce this is our opening episode, first season, episode 1. We are currently on Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and Amazon Music. We will be having video content on YouTube coming this week as well. Without further ado, K.I., let's get it started.
Let's just say WrestleMania was kind of nice last night. I know that's not what we were initially jumping to, but it was some great action last night.
There really wasn't a lot of bad matches. I don't know. Rey Mysterio kind of disappointed me a little bit. I didn't really like that match too much.
We know it's because you fell asleep during that match.
Nah.
I can't laugh. That's usually me. But I will say I'm a big boy now. I'm finishing pay-per-views now.
Hey. Listen, I know when I was checking the group chat and Zach was texting, and I knew Patrick was all about it, and I was waiting for the response back, and I didn't see nothing. I was like, yeah.
Hey, just to let y'all know, we did picks last night, and I didn't miss on one of them.
Oh, no matches. You
No
picked.
matches.
You picked every match.
Okay.
I changed my pick on the tag team match, but it's
say.
before it started.
Yeah, right as the entrances are coming out, right after Street Profits came out, I was like, I changed my pick to Street Profits.
Because it was Alpha Academy, I switched to Street Profits in every match, I guess.
Wait a minute. You were gonna pick the Alpha Academy?
He was.
Why? You like the rip-off version of
Kurt Angle.
Yeah. You like the Kurt Angle 2.0.
I just think they deserve at least one push. They've been a tag team for a long time. So
Well, now we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn as champions, so
Yeah.
he's able to get the championship.
Hey! Shout out to them Canadian boys. They put in work last night, and hard. When you work hard, you get nice rewards for it. So.
Right, and that's the first time they've ever been a tag team champion together.
that's also the first time there's ever been a tag team main event at WrestleMania.
no,
I just
WrestleMania 3.
Who was it?
I don't remember, but I know that they talked about it.
Hey, well, listen. Let me let you know something else. If you pop off with another fact like that, you better know, buddy. Because now I want to know who that tag team was.
And since this is, Vaughn's first episode, we just want to let you know we are on video, so that way when we want to refer back to something and either mock episode 2, 3, or 4 on what we said, it's going to happen. We're going to cite it.
Sidebar to all my fans watching. That is Ryan's way of saying wherever Lamar goes, if we say he's being a good quarterback, he's going to rewind back to us saying, well, Lamar really can't throw the ball that good. Trey, he's on your ass like back pockets. I just want you to know that. He cannot wait.
His little pool noodle arm.
Yeah.
Just wait. He's not going to say that when he goes to the
Oh, I
Colts.
know.
It's okay.
And he's going to be like, he's the greatest quarterback ever. He's going to win us 4 championships, MVP, break all Peyton
I
Manning's
wasn't
records.
going to say that, but now you're saying that, I'm going to do it just to get your blood boiling.
I'm telling you.
He will never break a Peyton Manning record. I don't care who he is. That's some big shoes to fill.
But you know who will? Jalen
Oh,
Hurts.
oh, my God. Here we go. For those of you who don't know,
The Eagles shit is in effect, everybody.
he's the reason we have anything Philadelphia in here.
We're going to have more.
We tried to vote him out, but it didn't work.
At least we made it to the dance this past season. So
How many years didn't you make it to the
You know what they call that, Zach? Or
we
the
made it
first
to the
loser?
dance 3 times.
The
Okay.
first loser.
I know you guys have made it to the dance more.
No. Listen, first of all,
No, they won the dance more.
our dance shoes in Pittsburgh are dusty because we haven't danced in a while.
He said we got a lot of collections. Just haven't put them
yeah.
on in a while.
Yeah, we just ain't.
They ain't as dusty as the Dallas Cowboys though, so it's okay.
Oh.
Y'all got retro dance shoes.
We have a little extra hate on the Cowboys today, since Zach here and he's an Eagles fan. So.
All right,
No, that's extra love.
So
get loved.
since we already started out with wrestling, Patrick, you said something very interesting about the best fight of the night, but that's not the question that I wanted to ask you. You said who was the worst fight of the night, and I am intrigued by who you think had the worst fight.
Wait till you hear this.
John Cena and Austin Theory. Don't hit me with purple button.
It was subpar.
I just feel like for a John Cena match, it should have lasted, but it didn't last very long at all.
I think it's because we're used to John Cena matches just over delivering.
We grew up with John Cena.
But
so
I
that's what
know
we
he
were
wasn't
expecting.
going to win because the next thing he wins is going to be a world title. He's not going to win some U.S. title.
Listen. First and foremost, shout out to John Cena
We're putting the young guy over.
AKA Ernest.
Yeah, that's what I said last night.
But listen, as I'm sitting at home watching this last night, and he comes out, you know they got the Make-A-Wish kids out there, and he takes off running down the thing.
Bro, looked like
He's not.
fumbled.
He wasn't as fast as he used to be, and by the time he got to the ring, he looked gassed already. I was like, somebody get that man an inhaler?
He's in movie shape, not wrestling shape.
This is what Hollywood does to you.
Oh, I didn't do that to The Rock. The Rock came back and looked still pretty decent.
Well, don't forget though, when Rock was out there writing promos, he wrote stuff on his wrist during his and Cena's thing, and yeah, that's a big no-no in that world. So.
Calling it fake is a big no-no too, but that happens all the time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, during their big feud, Cena and Rock's, like Cena actually called him out on that.
Shout out to Dwayne Johnson, man. You know, I didn't really know a lot about him until I seen that Young Rock show. I mean, I knew about his WWE career, but I didn't know about him personally per se. And the show kind of enlightens you about who he's kin to. And
does anybody else have their worst match, or is everybody picking Cena here?
no, yeah, I'm with you 10
I think
toes
that's
down.
a strong vote across the board here.
Yeah.
I was upset with it.
And I don't like how Austin Theory just
I
for a while he
the
just beat John Cena up. Like he was just roughing him up.
They're trying to build him up. I do like how it ended because he's supposed to be a heel, so I do like how it ended. But I don't like how quick the match was.
Yeah, but it was also the beginning match, so it was probably they wanted to make it.
I didn't like that.
You didn't like how it ended?
No, I didn't like that it was the first match.
Oh yeah, me either. How the hell?
It's like
Somebody's got to keep.
it's like a pre-show. Like like that was the pre-show.
He said you're really showing your age card here.
I will tell you guys that since Ryan likes to talk about, we can go back and listen. Everybody's gonna hear that I said that Rhea Ripley and Charlotte Flair was gonna blow the roof off of WrestleMania.
That match was one of the best matches I watched last night.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I told Pat downstairs, I told Big Timmy, I said, hey, the boys are gonna have to step up tomorrow.
Yes.
Because the girl,
watch out for Asuka and Bianca. That's gonna be a banger too.
is she ready for Asuka?
Nope.
I think Asuka's gonna win the title tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She has not won at WrestleMania.
My wife is gonna kill me because she's an avid fan. Shout out, Mrs. Howard, I love you. But I think Bianca is going down too.
Yeah, she's
I
gonna
think
win.
She hasn't lost in 3 Manias. It's time for her to take her L.
I think Asuka is going to put them hands on her.
Oh man, it's gonna be
And
brutal.
I hope she don't
You know
use
who
the
I'd
spit.
like to see,
I don't
though?
like that spit
Yeah,
shit.
she's
I
gonna-
hope.
She's
But-
gonna do
Gonna
it.
happen.
You know who I want to see in the future? Mako Satomura versus Asuka. That would be a banger.
Is it me or the wrestlers that come from across seas like the New
Oh, they
Japan?
just kick
Are
the
they
shit
are
out
they
of
just
you.
more polished? Would Trey, would that be like we was talking about the NBA? Like the game over there is just different.
Yeah,
so when they
more
get
focused
here,
on skill instead of athleticism.
yeah.
Yeah, because
Because
I'm telling you what, you know,
it's
who
not a
else
lot
would
of
kick
those-
somebody in the mouth, Shinsuke.
And they're not as like
Where is he?
showboaty.
He'll be back after Mania.
okay.
Oh, he went to New Japan to fight the great
Muda.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
last night.
okay. That's that.
But Triple H doesn't have plans for him yet. He's supposed to be back after Mania.
So, no, I remember. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before.
Sleeper match. Sorry, sleeper match was the guys showcase. I didn't
It's a good
expect
match,
that.
yeah.
That was a lot more live than what I thought it was gonna be.
So with the Usos going down,
Cody Rhodes is winning the night.
You wanna know how he's gonna win?
the Usos are about to screw
No, not the
the tribal
Usos.
chief.
Main event Jay's gonna kick him in the mouth.
Oh, he gonna kick who in the mouth?
Roman.
And I'm gonna finally smell what the Rock's cooking when he kicks him in the mouth.
I feel like his theme music's gonna cue as a distraction, and then bam. Like,
Is Cody really deserving though? You know,
Yes.
I heard a lot of people asking that question. Like, technically, this would be his first Mania where he wasn't somebody's lackey or
Exactly.
Well,
somebody.
no, he fought Seth last year at Mania.
Was that Mania?
Yeah, he came back at Mania.
and then he got hurt all year.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
the
because-
pectoral fight was that Mania?
No,
that
that
was
was-
Hell in Cell, but he did come
Oh.
back at Mania.
Oh, okay.
Because Seth didn't have anybody to fight. and-
Oh, that was the open match, wasn't
Yeah.
it? Yeah.
Oh
okay.
yeah, well yeah. See, and that's what I'm saying. He might, with this not being his first, this might cost him. But if the bloodline going down, the Usos lose last night. If Roman keeps this belt,
I feel like that'll break it up more.
That's
than
what's
if he
gonna break
loses
it. Yeah.
Like I feel like they all lose the titles. It'd be less of a story if they broke up compared
So
to if
Roman's
he didn't
gonna
lose his title.
Yeah,
when they
Roman's
did.
gonna lose. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there, Trey. Roman's gonna lose, and then they're gonna have like a 3-on-3 match at Backlash.
I can see that.
Shout out to LWO being formed last night. That was my favorite part of WrestleMania last night, is to see Delgado with the old school LWO shirts. It felt like I was watching young Ray and young Juventud Guerrero and these guys from WCW when they was all wearing that LWO. It made me feel like a kid
It was
again.
great watching Ray's entrance as well. That was
Yeah,
awesome.
his little Eddie tribute with
Yeah.
Snoop.
Hey, that card was beautiful.
Very.
Also, I did like Dom's too.
Oh yeah.
Tom Dom.
So listen. As a con, that didn't make me feel good. I just looked at it, was like, why do you even have the mask on? Like
The mask is what actually I thought was the coolest part because he's dissing his dad. So.
Shout out to Big Timmy who hating on dads today.
No, that's not really what I was going for.
Oh man.
Based off of that rivalry, it seemed fitting.
But it was overall entertaining, and I'm looking forward to what we got going on tonight. It's a lot of what ifs tonight.
Like a
Hey,
triple threat.
the best match of the night is going to be Sheamus,
Yeah.
Drew McIntyre, and Gunter. I'm telling you, they're going to beat the living hell out of
It's
each
gonna
other.
be a
You know, it's hard for me to call them that, man, because I love
I know,
it.
I want to say Walter.
I want to every time, and
Walter.
right, that, NXT, they had it all built up. Like as soon as everybody's chanting Walter, and then not to say that his skill set has changed at all, because
He
he
did
is
get
still,
a lot more fit, though, because he was
did,
pretty big
yeah.
in NXT.
Yeah, you know, all the big men are, even Braun. Like I seen Braun Strowman last night, and it was like, this motherfucker.
Oh, did you guys see Ivar get on the top rope and do a moonsault last night?
Yes,
Yep.
I was like, what are these
Yes.
guys doing?
yeah. Listen, it shocks me when I see a big dude up there.
Especially they're not like agile big men by any means. I mean, they are, but like
Listen,
they're not built like it.
the Viking Raiders, if this was a perfect world, the Viking Raiders would be the champions and nobody would beat them.
Yeah, there's no chance.
Uh,
That's how it was in NXT.
Yeah, like these
When they were the War Raiders,
these guys go hard,
then you go back to the War Raiders.
but you know when you get to the main stage, shout out to Big Timmy who got me watching NXT because I didn't believe in it.
If you ain't watching, you need to go watch it.
I didn't believe in it. I told her, why would I watch the college version of wrestling?
Same reason you watch the college.
And then I realized the same reason, because the boys in college go a little bit harder. I was watching NXT one night, Zach, and they didn't even say the names of the fighters. The show came on, it was two dudes in the ring already. I said, yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Like, it's straight slobber knocker. And last night, Patrick, that women's
Shout out
match.
to JR.
Yes, slobber knocker. Shout out to JR. The women's match did not disappoint last night.
Not at all.
Usually, I try to miss those matches on purpose. But when it's an NXT event, I try to watch because the women
With the
over
ladder
there.
too?
Yeah, anything with a ladder in NXT goes hard.
Did.
So, Lots, what you looking for tonight? Who you rooting for?
For which one? For all of them, or just
No,
a couple of them?
I just got a random.
Okay.
Brock Lesnar and Omos.
I feel like Brock's still gonna win. It's still gonna be a slobber knocker.
Do you feel like he's gonna dominate?
No, absolutely not. That's a 7-foot man.
No. That's what I'm talking about. Do you feel like Omos is gonna dominate Brock tonight?
I don't think he's gonna dominate. I think it's gonna be very evenly.
It's going to be a different match than
Yeah.
Brock's usual matches.
because everybody's usually his height or smaller.
Yeah, he's usually the big boy in the
Just
match.
throws him around.
So yeah, I'm so waiting to see how that's gonna play out.
Omos is gonna win.
You think so?
Not everybody back up from the mic at once. But
Hey, y'all heard that? Y'all heard that?
it's gonna be just as shocking as when Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker at Mania. It's gonna be one of those. The pin's gonna go off and everybody's gonna be looking around like, did this just happen?
I almost saw Ryan cry that night.
I honestly didn't think it was over. I was like, oh, he kicked out.
I was the only person in the room that night that the Taker lost who knew. I was like, it's over. He's took 8 suplexes. He's 145.
5
years old.
F5.
And wasn't that the same WrestleMania that Daniel Bryant beat Batista and Randy Orton?
Yep, sure is.
That was a.
That was a great one.
Yeah.
That was
That
hell
was
of
a
match.
great one.
Speaking of great ones, The Rock just came out and tweeted that the Great One says, "Just maybe down the road I'll see you in person." Teases about meeting the Bloodline tonight.
What
better not.
What if he comes
Y'all
out?
know this. I've been predicting this for 3 years. If bro comes out, I'm gonna be like, kid,
It's not WrestleMania if someone doesn't say The Rock will be there.
I know that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
been saying
you-
it for 3 years.
You
though.
have to say that. You have to say
Since
he's there.
Roman got the title, I've been saying it every Mania. Yep, The Rock's gonna show up. The
He's
Rock's
gonna show up tonight
Well-
and screw Roman.
Well, I will tell you this: that on the show, he has a little Roman on the show, and the little Roman says, "Come on, won't you fight me?" And on the show, Young Rock, he tells him, he say, "A fight like that is only suited for WrestleMania." So this is a 16-year-old Rock saying this to a 9-year-old Roman Reigns. So he's like, "Acknowledge me," and he's like, "No, a fight like that can only happen at WrestleMania." So if The Rock does this,
Is that set up for next year?
Does this make
WrestleMania
it-
40?
does this make him heel? Because I feel like if Rock come out, he's gonna punish Roman. Does this make him a bad guy?
I don't think they
The
can
Rock.
have.
It's hard to make The Rock the bad guy nowadays. Especially with as much heat as the Bloodline has, I think everybody in the whole stadium would be cheering for The Rock if he comes out and beats
Yeah.
him.
But The Rock will put Roman over.
If he loses,
The Rock will lose.
You think they're gonna
You
pay
talking
that
about-
man
you think
all
they're
that
gonna-
money?
Hold on, you think they're gonna let Roman keep that title for another year
I
and
think
then beat The
I
Rock?
think Cody wins tonight, but they're gonna set up. Obviously, they've done this before. They're gonna set up for the next year WrestleMania for Rock versus Roman.
well, can I tell you something? If
With
if
no
there's
title?
if there's
No
no
title.
belt involved, The Rock's gonna win. I
don't think-
feel like
I don't think so.
So what if this happens? What if The Rock's music cues, like I was saying earlier, Cody somehow beats Roman? Does that set up a feud without a belt at next year's WrestleMania?
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
That's what I was
without a
saying.
belt.
yeah.
Okay. I can
That
see
feud really
That's very
doesn't need a
realistic.
belt.
Yeah.
It just needs to be for the head of the table.
Yep.
They're gonna have like
Yeah,
some
the head
kind
of the table match, yeah.
Samoan
Like
like
yeah,
Ooh,
like
something.
you know what they should do? They should make it like a lumberjack match
And
and
have
have
all
the
them
whole
out there,
family
yeah.
around there.
Oh,
oh Lord have mercy.
has WrestleMania ever been in Hawaii?
Hey, Big Timmy, you
It's in
might need to
Philadelphia
email
next year.
Triple H.
Yeah, that was solid. Just
That was super solid. Yeah.
have Rikishi, all of them out there. Yeah.
All right, Ryan, is you looking forward to anything tonight? You got a match that you anticipate?
Oh.
He's Captain Roman Reigns. You didn't know that was his.
Oh,
I know
no.
he is.
That's
I
his
know.
Ride
Cody
or
Rhodes
die.
is winning. Cody Rhodes is slowly becoming one. You know.
Sorry, I didn't
one
know
of
you
my
jumped
favorite
off that wagon.
wrestlers.
Sorry.
And Vaughn, just in case you weren't aware, I'm gonna make sure I say this a little louder for the people in back to hear. Cody Rhodes is the next Triple H.
I don't know. I think
I
that's
wish
Seth
you quit
Rollins.
disrespecting Triple H like that on this
I'm
podcast.
pretty sure
the
it's
second
Seth
time.
Rollins.
Well, yeah.
That is the second time he said that.
Twice.
So,
I like Cody Rhodes.
I'm
He's
gonna
great.
say that.
You know what Cody Rhodes is? Kurt Angle.
Here
He's
we
not-
go.
He's not
again.
Kurt Angle.
Yes,
I'll
he
say
is.
that.
That's a better comparison than Triple H.
Seth Rollins, Triple H. That's what
Yes.
I see there.
What I'm saying is Triple H has won
Yeah, I can see Seth Rollins.
14 world titles. Like, Cody Rhodes hasn't even had a world title. How are we even trying to make that comparison?
I'm not necessarily saying
As long as you know.
Explain yourself, right?
titles.
Come on, we
Talking
don't-
about character, wrestling style. Obviously, H is
Yeah,
gonna have more.
I've never
titles.
seen Triple H bounce off a springboard and do an RKO, like off the rope springboard RKO. Nope. Never seen Triple H do that before.
Don't you disrespect Randy. That is
He's
not.
gonna be back tonight.
That is not an
It's a
RKO.
cutter. Where
It's
where
a-
did the RKO originate from?
Diamond Dallas Page.
And what was
With the
that?
diamond,
What was that move
with
called?
with the diamond cutter. You right.
I thought so. I'm sorry.
You right.
Bullshit.
You right.
But
I don't like when he does it though.
no, me either. It's
I,
just,
and,
you know,
and the only reason I don't is I feel like it's the most anticipated move. Like it's so much time in between him jumping off the rope. Like I could see him doing that against Randy Orton and it going bad. Like him turning his back and jumping off and out of
or somebody
nowhere.
does a super kick. Like if he did that to like the Usos or somebody,
Oh.
just got his brains blown out.
Speaking
I
of
missed.
kicks, that fatal 5-way when Wesley got that kick in midair
But
in NXT.
I thought he was a clock because the way he kicked him, the way it looked like the hands on the clock moving around. He kicked him and his head was at 6, and then it was at 2, like
Instantly.
instant, like one kick. And I know that when you're in the air, you could push somebody very lightly and if they're in the air, you can push them far. But the way he can, Wesley's mustache is still on the mat right now. Like, but
that man Sami Zayn's gonna have to walk around with a helmet to protect his head for the rest of his life.
That was like when you was playing your little brother and you went too far and he came back and won somehow. That was that match.
Yes.
I've been there
You
before.
played around too much and your little brother accidentally won the match because he was goofing off too
Zach
much.
might have done that before in his life too.
He caught 60 kicks to the face last night.
At least.
He had 3 stored finishers though, ready to go.
Yeah, he did. Right at the end.
Sorry, I was just
You got
clearing my
something to
throat.
say? Yeah.
I was
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I was waiting. It sounded
Sounded
like,
like
he-
an
thought he had
important
something to
announcement
say,
or
yeah.
something.
Yeah,
I thought it was some
I-
breaking news.
yeah.
About to press the button.
I
over
was
there.
finna say it could have been breaking news, but the breaking news guy's here.
And my phone's up there.
Yeah,
so-
Lots is here, so there's
the
no
nerd
breaking
Schefter.
news. Nerd Scheffner.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, everything that tells me everything's up there, and it hasn't came to my watch, so nothing yet.
Speaking of things looking forward to,
Mm,
the NFL draft.
it's right around the corner.
Yep.
I'm so ready
Less than
for
a
it.
month
So
away.
excited for it.
So listen, this is what we're gonna do today, viewers. Shout out to all our viewers. Want to thank you guys for tuning in with us on a week-to-week basis, man. We really appreciate you guys.
Just reach 100 downloads.
We all gonna do the top 10 draft. We all gonna pick one person. Some of these picks might be the same, depending on how some of us feel. But I also feel like a lot of them are going to be different. We got all different perspectives. Trey's a savant, man. Like I really wish I could have recorded some of the conversations that me and him had. Like he's very in depth. Like I told him off camera, I said, "Hey, man, dude, you sound like you're ready already. Like you sound like you went to school to do this." Like me and Ryan, we'd be talking. Oh yeah. He went crazy for 100 yards, and then Trey would be like, yeah, you're right. But in his first college year, in Game 7, he went for 230 yards on 7 yards per carry. Be like, I'll be at my phone like this, like, where did he find that at? Like, how do he know, dude? Or he'll name a lineman, a defensive tackle that nobody else.
You didn't know about him? He broke this
Yeah, be like,
2022 college season record.
be like, did you not know what he ran in the combine? Yeah, he
Said it was right there. How'd you not know?
So yeah, all right. So the first pick, everybody knows who it is. Everybody know what team has the first pick. So let's go around and see who everybody gets projected to go number 1.
I feel like it's unanimous.
You feel like you feel like
It's
it's
never going to be
unanimous?
unanimous when their head coach is Frank Reich. You know, don't forget I had to deal with him for 4 years. So.
Hit that.
Hot take. Ain't nothing always unanimous here.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
All right, so I'm gonna start us out, and then we're just gonna go across
That's
the
fine.
board here. So Carolina, last time they drafted a decent quarterback was Cam Newton.
And we see how that all turned out.
I don't think they luck out twice. What I mean by that is, I think they're gonna take Bryce Young. And
Watch what
Can-
you say there.
can somebody find me an Alabama quarterback that's won the Super Bowl?
I mean, you could possibly.
Found one that's been to
You
it.
could possibly.
Should have
But
won
can-
MVP, but we'll
I-
not talk
but
about that.
what I'm saying is, can we really count him as an Alabama quarterback though?
Yeah.
How about Hurts? He played for him though.
Yeah, I mean he played for him, but that ain't where he got his name, man.
Yeah.
But who you got, Ki?
I'm concurring with you. I think that they go after Bryce Young as well. I wanted to say CJ, but I feel like Bryce fits their offense better than CJ does.
What about you, Mr. Vaughn?
I told you it's going to be unanimous so far, and it's going to be Bryce Young. So
Bryce Young, okay, all right. What about you, Big Timmy?
It's gonna be C.J. Stroud.
knew.
Oh, knew he had.
Frank Reich likes bigger quarterbacks. He doesn't want somebody that can barely see over the offensive line. Don't get me wrong. I like Bryce Young. I'm a big Bryce Young fan. But that's just not Frank Reich's kind of quarterback. Think about all the quarterbacks he had for Indianapolis. None of them was 5'10". I don't even know if there is a quarterback that's 5'10". So
Well, 5'10" is not like super bad for a quarterback.
I understand that, but there's only been like 1 or 2 decent quarterbacks.
Rex Grossman was 5'9". He went
Well, I
to the
mean,
Super Bowl.
Did he or did he just get carried to the Super Bowl?
I mean, yeah, Urlacher and Briggs and them carried them.
Yeah, it was
I mean, it didn't help.
hard not to go to the Super Bowl with that.
It didn't help that Devin Hester was running them back every other game. At
You
least,
didn't have to worry about scoring any offensive points. You just let him punt the ball to Devin and then go back, sit down on the bench, and wait for the next game.
all right, Trigger. You know I'm enthused by every pick that you're making on here. So who is it? Who you
I think
got?
Stroud will go number one. Like Patrick was saying, I think we talked about that. The size, all the quarterbacks Frank Reich has ever had in his system are really tall. He's a pocket presence. I feel like there's no like Pat said, there's not many short quarterbacks in the league striving right now. Kyler Murray has had rough years. He's the same size. They're about the same height.
The best short quarterback ever was Drew Brees, and he was at least 6 foot.
Listen, the reason why I picked Bryce is because I feel like he can move outside the pocket.
I just think CJ's a prototype quarterback. I think he can do
CJ
both.
can move too.
No, I'm not saying he's not mobile, but I don't think
Not
he's
as mobile as
as
Bryce Young.
yeah.
It's hard to have a young, small quarterback in a developing offense. I think they go Stroud for development reasons.
Is that Kyler Murray's problem? My bad, I didn't mean to try to.
No, his problem is he plays Call of Duty when it drops, and his record after he plays Call of Duty is significantly terrible than the record before Call of Duty drops.
Oh, he needs to stop playing COD then.
He
'cause-
gets hurt a lot too.
He's not going to, though. He's not going to quit playing with COD. He's already stated that.
All right, well, we got the Texans on the clock next.
So I got. See, this is where we differ here. I got C.J. Stroud. I think he's the closest thing to what they had for Deshaun Watson. So, in my perspective, I think they go there.
You know, last good quarterback was for the Texans besides Deshaun Watson.
I don't know what your definition of good is, but I mean,
Yeah, that's why I'm waiting. I didn't know if there was one.
Tyrod was there.
Tyrod Taylor.
Tyrod was not good. He's decent.
He
but
was
not
the.
good.
Go ahead and name me another one that was so much better than him.
Matt Schwab wasn't that bad.
Garbage.
Well, no, he
Garbage.
was decent in the beginning of his career.
Garbage. Matt Schwab was garbage.
Okay, listen, he wasn't. Listen,
Right, he went to the
he wasn't a
playoffs,
trash
though.
can in the wintertime. He wasn't cold garbage,
Garbage.
but he wasn't.
Yeah,
that
you're
bad.
doing him bogus. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't Peyton Manning or Tom Brady or nothing like that, but
How many playoff games did he win?
I don't know, but I think he might have beat the Ravens in one.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna agree with Ryan on this one. This is I got CJ going to the Texans at the number 2 pick. What about you, Lots?
You see, I'm hoping that the Colts pick up a quarterback, even though I'm not a Colts fan. But for those top prospects, I'd probably have to go with. Let's go with Michael Mayer from Notre Dame.
You don't think they're going to get a quarterback?
I don't know. Guess we'll see, won't we?
Yeah, I mean these are his picks.
Yeah,
Don't you judging him from his picks? First of all, he's not liking fathers this morning, and he's judging people.
I wish you quit telling everybody I don't like fathers.
God.
I'm a father.
He said I like myself.
Yeah, I like me.
just throw a random one out there. So that's what I did.
Right. All right. So who you got? Who you got, Big Timmy?
Yeah. So since we got all the critics in the room,
And now they're going to get Bryce Young. Reason being is because the Texans are terrible at drafting quarterbacks.
okay, I can respect that reason for you.
That's
saying
literally
they're
what
gonna
it
get
is.
Bryson.
I couldn't wait to make this pick because I just want to tell everybody the Texans are garbage at drafting anyways. The only thing they ever draft good is running backs. They had Arian Foster, and they just drafted Damon Pierce. It's the only thing they're good at drafting for, and they're going to draft Bryce Young, and that'll be history.
Yeah, I agree. I think they'll go Bryce Young, best available, in the easy pick. I don't think they need a quarterback this year, but they'll probably pick him anyway.
Since they're there.
Yeah, they got. I just think they could pick a defender, beef up their defense, and suck one more year and grab a quarterback next year. Help the team. They have 2 picks in the top 15. They could draft a supporting cast for a quarterback next year and a defensive player and suck one more year and draft a quarterback next year. But they're probably gonna pick Bryce Young.
This third pick is what I want to see with everybody. I feel like that this is the hardest pick out of the top 10. I feel like number 3 is just like.
I think they'll just go best available.
So this is where I throw a little plot twist in here.
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
I think Indianapolis makes a phone call here. I
Not a
think
chance.
they go up to that number 3 spot.
For what?
to get. This is where I said this is one of the hot takes here.
Seeming kind of cold to me, but go ahead.
I think Arizona, you could either go defense, or they're gonna just blow up the whole system. They're about to trade D-Hop. You know, who's their best wide receiver over there right now? Hollywood. Yeah, I think they blow up the whole system. They got a new GM over there. I think they could take a quarterback, potentially. If I'm Indianapolis, I'm kind of worried about that. So that's why I was saying they might make the call to get up there ahead if they do that. But if not, I have them picking, since the whole thing with Jalen Carter, Tyree Wilson, defensive end. I think Jalen Carter is going to drop farther than people expect. Every year, everybody says, when there's someone always gets in trouble before the draft. It seems to always happen, whether it's an Instagram video, Facebook,
taking pictures of strippers,
whatever it is. Someone always gets in trouble and they fall farther in the draft.
The coach luck out with the 4 pick because Arizona doesn't need a quarterback.
Well,
they don't technically need, but I think they're about fed up with Murray.
Well, I wouldn't be opposed to that either. I mean, he
can't be more fed up with Murray than Baltimore is with Lamar. So I mean,
if you think about it, they were in the same situation. Oh, I'm fed up with Lamar, but I still think there's a great chance he ends up in Baltimore.
But if he plays for Baltimore next year, he's going to be the biggest fan ever.
I mean, is he not supposed to root for his team? I mean, if he gets a trash bag quarterback, Ryan's still going to root for him.
I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna put it on notice.
They're getting Zach Wilson.
Garner Minshew. You're gonna get the coach.
He's on my team.
The coach is gonna get sent Garner Minshew over there.
All right, so you just did your third pick.
Okay, so listen. And the reason why my third pick is Will Anderson, the edge from Alabama. And that's why I say the coach get lucky here because the third pick is supposed to be Anthony Richardson. But
I still think he's drafted too high, but it's only because the need for quarterbacks.
Yes, the quarterback need is strong.
He's a good quarterback, but he's going to take probably maybe a year to develop. I'm not saying we couldn't win games with him. I just think it's going to take.
I'm glad you mentioned the quarterback need. With Lamar Jackson, being available, quarterback need's very strong in the draft. When you got an MVP quarterback.
You don't have to pay a rookie for 4 years.
I mean, that's the only
That's
upside.
what your boy Jimmy said. Jim Mercy. Yeah.
Oh, there's a bunch more upsides. Every one of them quarterbacks can be better than Lamar.
All right,
You think they're all going to be better than Lamar?
They can be easily. He's won one playoff game. If one of these rookie quarterbacks brings one playoff win in their rookie contract in 4 years, they did the same thing Lamar did for your team.
But do they get an MVP?
That don't matter when you're drafting a
MVP
quarterback.
is a selfish award.
Yeah, that don't matter to a team drafting a quarterback. They don't care about no MVP award.
You selfish if you get the MVP?
So he picks the.
No, I'm just
he
saying
wins the MVP
the
award, or
the team doesn't get the MVP award.
Patrick Mahomes is the first MVP quarterback to win the Super Bowl. He's the first player to ever win the MVP and then go win the Super Bowl. So why do teams care about an MVP quarterback? They want to win games. So if one of these rookie quarterbacks wins their team a playoff game on their rookie deal, they did the same thing Lamar did. And that's what they want.
So are you saying Joe Burrow is on the same level as Lamar?
Joe Burrow is better.
I feel like
Joe Burrow's better than Lamar.
Absolutely.
He's the third best quarterback in the league behind the 2 in the Super Bowl.
Just because you're a Steelers fan doesn't mean you got to talk about.
Listen, I actually just seen something on SportsCenter. They're actually currently negotiating an extension with Burrow currently.
Yeah, and they ain't gonna have no problem with it. They're gonna give him $240 million because he can win a playoff game.
But they're not gonna give it to him guaranteed.
I think they will.
Hold on.
I feel like that's the only thing. That's the only thing that's holding. It's that G.
If they don't,
it's that G word.
The Colts will.
They are not going to give him a fully guaranteed.
You know why they're not giving Lamar a fully guaranteed?
Because he runs.
Now hold on. Before I say this, Joe Burrow did get hurt his rookie year.
Okay. Yeah. Question before you answer that. Do you know each 2 times Lamar got hurt, how he got hurt, where he was at?
I don't care where.
This does matter. This does matter.
How does it matter?
No, it doesn't. I know.
It does.
It doesn't matter if he was outside playing 2-hand touch.
In the pocket. In the pocket is where he got hurt.
I'm not worried about him running. I'm talking about he gets injured every 5 games.
In the pocket.
We're not talking about him running. This is an argument about him running.
But it's
what I'm telling you is he gets hurt all the time. It's not because he's running.
He's been hurt
Just
twice.
because you run doesn't mean you're not healthy.
He's been hurt twice.
Yeah. But that was for what 6-7 games. It's always at the end
In
of
the
year
pocket, where
when
any
they
other
need it.
quarterback in the National
I
Football
don't know
League
why you
can
keep
get
saying
hurt.
in the pocket. Nobody said anything about him running the damn ball.
But look, it don't
We're
matter
talking
if
about
he gets hurt in the pocket or not.
gets hurt all the time. I don't care if it's in the pocket. If he was at Applebee's eating food and he got hurt, I don't give a damn. The problem is he gets hurt all the damn time. That's why he's not going to get paid.
Twice. He's got hurt twice.
Shout out to Applebee's. That's 2 for 25. People.
But it don't matter if he got hurt in the pocket or not. He takes extra hits.
I mean, but neither of those hits. Joe Burrow takes a whole hell of a lot of hits.
First of all, Joe is an Iron Man. I
But
think Joe has the record for the most sacks of a quarterback in the game.
And almost won that Super Bowl.
And
though.
won. No, I'm talking about the playoff game
The
before
Titans
that.
game,
Yeah, he got sacked like 8 times. And
But look, if Joe Burrow gets hit that many times a season off sacks, Lamar gets hit double because he runs the ball too. So you're taking more hits. Just because you got hurt in the pocket don't mean nothing. You took 10 hits outside the pocket.
I
Now
don't
your
know,
shoulder's
man.
about to explode.
I don't know,
And
but
you
I
just hit
have
one good time. In the
I
pocket, your
have been
shoulder
seeing Lamar
explodes.
slide. That's something he wasn't doing at the beginning of his career. I saw him slide and it shocked me.
You know, Jalen does a lot of sliding. He doesn't get hit like that.
Also,
No, I'm not saying Lamar takes big hits because that's how Ryan knows. I guarantee the same thing I read. Tyrann Mathieu was talking about it, how he doesn't take big hits outside the pocket.
There's
got
not
hurt
one
in the
person that's going to be able to big hit Lamar in open field when he has that space to run.
He
Go-
doesn't
go
always
ahead.
have that
Find,
space.
find me the footage.
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 that's
The
good.
footage. All right.
Find it.
So mad he
Find it
can't
for
even
me.
speak
It's a new
correctly.
word for the
All right,
dictionary.
hold on. We need to get back on topic here a little bit.
All right, Zach. Yeah, Zach. Who you got for your number 3 pick?
I got Johnson. Quentin Johnson.
I like that.
Quentin Johnson. That's who you
Is
got?
that how you say it? Yeah, it's Quentin Johnson. Yeah,
There's
that's who
a
I got
key.
no on number 3.
Receiver to.
Okay, Cardinals do need a wide
Cardinals,
receiver.
yeah.
Oh,
just-
we're on the Cardinals?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
a little high for. I mean, he's a great receiver. Don't get me wrong. I think he's better than most of the receivers in the
We
draft.
already know
world.
what my 4th pick is, so.
All right. Well, my Cardinals pick is also going to be Will Anderson Jr.
I don't like
Simply
going
because
last.
he's the best available,
Yeah.
and I know that's probably Trigger's pick as well. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like being last because Will Anderson's the best edge rusher. Andy's
Yeah.
the best on the board at the time. They're gonna pick it. They just had J.J. Watt retire. They have holes on defense, but that's
They got
most-
holes a little bit everywhere too.
a little bit. But their defensive line holes are humongous.
Yeah.
They've got.
Let's-
They've
All
got
right. Now this is
let's see how unanimous this one
the
is.
number 4 pick is what I want to hear what Ryan has to say because I know if it was a perfect world, he would like to say that the coach trade this pick to the Baltimore Ravens.
The Colts
And
traded
so-
away their.
Yeah. So come on, yeah.
And so when you're watching the draft and you see the pick is in and it said trade alert, that's what we're looking for here. No, I think Indianapolis is royally going to screw this one up. They're going to pick Will Levis.
Hold on. Who was your third
know,
pick? Because I thought you said the Colts was picking the phone up.
No, I said that was a situation.
Yeah,
that
but
could.
who was your third then?
The Cardinals?
Yeah, you had
no,
you had
yeah,
a
defensive
different edge
lineman?
rusher. Yeah, you had a different edge rusher than Will Anderson.
Yeah. Hold on. I have it wrote down.
Shoot.
Wilson.
I just
Oh,
want
yeah,
you to know-
Tyree
I just
Wilson.
want you to know we'll hear that. We're gonna hear that nice and clear.
All 72 times.
Yeah, it was Tyree Wilson, Texas Tech.
Who'd you say the Colts were going to pick though?
Will Levis.
So, you said we're going to screw up this draft.
100%.
You, name me the last time we drafted a quarterback that
And
was
screwed up?
Yeah. I'm talking about in the first 5 picks.
Yeah, no.
It's before either one of us were alive.
Yeah.
At least me and Ryan.
I think
Sorry,
that,
Ki.
that was an old man
Sorry,
joke.
sorry, Vaughn.
Vaughn, I don't know if you caught that. They just called us old.
We always old.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
You couldn't find one. Don't worry, I couldn't either. That's why I was asking.
He got Ki.
I have them picking up Mr. Richardson. I think Mr. Richardson is the perfect quarterback for the coach right now. This is why I was so hoping that they didn't trade their pick to get Lamar. I just feel like why pay for 4 years when you got somebody that has the potential to be better. So yeah, I'm picking Richardson. What about you, Lots?
So I left him on purpose. I'm picking C.J. Stroud to go to the Colts.
Ooh, you think he's gonna
Ooh.
fall to 4?
I'm
I hope you're right, brother. I hope you're right.
for you guys. So
Zach, Mr. Optimistic over there.
always optimistic.
I feel like Richardson could honestly go before this. Somebody might pull the trigger on him.
Yeah, you know what? The only thing that scares me is what happens if the Raiders just got Jimmy G. So I guess that's.
But
the thing.
no, I've heard a lot of reports he's just a transition quarterback. But they signed him for 3 years, I believe.
That's a long transition.
Kind of like the Colts. They just used different quarterbacks for
their transition.
Yeah.
They said we got 7
Yeah.
different transition quarterbacks.
CJ Stroud to the Colts.
Big Timmy,
So
who
I got
you
a couple
want?
things here. My first initial one is gonna be Richardson. They're gonna get him. But what I think is we trade. What I wouldn't be mad at for this is the only scenario where I wouldn't be mad to trade down. If we trade down and get another first round pick and get an extra second round pick, and then we pick up Hendon Hooker at the end of the first round.
That was gonna be my other pick. Just
And
'cause
anybody that's
when
gonna
they-
try to dog me for this one, Hendon Hooker was a beast. He got hurt for a couple games at the end of the year, and his draft stock fell. If he didn't get hurt, he probably would be a first round quarterback.
And
100%.
look what
if
happened
he's not now.
when they drafted a Tennessee quarterback last time.
Yeah, we ain't went wrong with the Vols.
Hey,
So those are two different options I had there. I had to explain both.
I am a Vols fan. Shout out to them boys down there.
Yep, go Tennessee.
I mean, he was giving Bama fits when he played Bama.
And you want to know the last quarterback we had for the Vols that gave Bama flits? His name was the Sheriff, Peyton Manning.
His first year in the NFL wasn't that great, but we'll take one bad year over 27.
He was coming off a fresh Rose Bowl championship, man. He was
flying
living
high.
Yeah, he was flying high. He wasn't ready for the NFL yet.
All right, Trey.
I think Richardson goes off the board just because the Colts were hitting around Will Levis at the beginning. I just think he's a horrible fit. He got sacked a bunch in
Ryan
college.
just has a lot of hate for the Colts, which I understand. I have the same amount of hate for the Ravens, so it is what it is. But that's why he always thinks we will mess something up.
And I feel like me and him should have more hate for each other because he's a Ravens fan and I'm a Steelers fan, and we never attack each other. I don't understand. it. I don't. Understand.
I know why you don't. We know why you don't attack him.
Shout out to my wife,
I just think
Ryan's protector.
Will Levis is a horrible fit for the Colts. They let their quarterback get sacked a lot last year. Will Levis had I think he played 10, 12 games. He probably had 7+ with negative rushing yards.
I think his hands are too small.
I don't know about that.
Here we go.
Should be an expert on that one, huh?
Yeah,
decently.
Yeah, my quarterback's got small hands.
That'd be the only reason I think they'd pick him. He's decently sized and he's decent in the pocket, but he gets sacked and he doesn't deal well with it. And the Colts would crumble with him because they let their quarterback get lit up.
Shout out to Ryan for having us up at 8 a.m. That really gets me in a shit-talking mood. I don't know what it is about 8 a.m., but...
Well, we need to get up at 8 every time because this motherfucker has been on fire today. It's been arguments and everything. That's what I'm talking about.
We
Oh,
are having
We're
5.
on to 5, huh?
Which is Seattle.
Yeah, you were in. I got Seattle. I'm curious to see what they're doing with Geno.
I think this is the most.
They just
this
signed
the
him,
first
didn't they?
pick.
No,
They
I'm
just
saying
give him
I'm
more
curious.
money?
Like I don't know how long they're gonna continue to stick with Geno. Like how many more years?
What was his? What he just signed?
Oh, he had a good
just
little
signed a-
3-year deal.
yeah.
So what I think with that pick,
I mean, they got to keep him, but...
I
Yeah.
think they go with now I'm gonna butcher this, so bear with me. Peter Skroninsky,
Skoronski.
Skoronski.
offensive tackle. I think they're gonna get him some help, get him some more time.
They had a decent
Some
offensive
protection.
line last year.
Yeah, it could be better though. So, but that's my pick.
I'm gonna take Mr. Wilson, Mr. Tyree Wilson, Texas Tech edge from Texas Tech right now because I feel like Geno is gonna be the quarterback over there. So I know they're not in the quarterback need situation. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna pick Tyreek Wilson, Texas Tech. I go check him out, man. He's nice. The only other edge in this whole draft that's better than him is Will Anderson.
Roll Tide.
So I'm actually going to agree with you, and I'm going to say they're going to pick Wilson as well.
All right,
So-
all right.
Can't everybody agree with everybody here?
What about you, Big Timmy? You taking Wilson too?
Nolan Smith, outside linebacker from Georgia. He's going to pair up with Bobby Wags, and Bobby Wags is going to teach him a lot of stuff before he retires.
I don't think that's a bad pick. I think they're also going to go Tyree Wilson. I think they just loaded their defense. Not like loaded it up, but they've got Tariq Woolen, a decent corner. They got a good second corner. Jamal Adams, the Perez, is still in the back. Like you said,
See,
Bobby
my only other
Wagner.
one would have been that tight end from Notre Dame. That was the other one that I was going to spit out, but
I just
Seattle's
think,
just always been known for their defense. I feel like since Pete Carroll's been there, so
yeah, Seattle has
It's that boom.
in the Russell Wilson trade, they got a defensive lineman. He didn't perform too well last year. He was if you watch the Seattle game, they talked about him because he was, in the Russell Wilson trade. He was, I don't know, I think he was one of the picks they got from Denver and used on him, and he just underperformed. So I think they'll go Tyree Wilson and try to get a good pass rusher.
All right, Ryan. We got number 6. We got them Lions from Detroit on the clock.
So this is a toss-up here for me because I still can't believe Detroit, let the running back go. But I don't think they go running back here as much as,
Why would they?
Well,
they still have DeAndre Swift. You act like they got rid of the best running back on the team.
I know, but they was a good combo. I felt like they were good committee.
They signed Montgomery.
I know, but
And I mean that's a heck of a committee right there.
Is that the new thing in the NFL side?
committee, yeah.
Is that a new thing? Everybody has to
Has
have,
to have
dual
two running
quarterbacks. Yeah, is that the new thing?
No, it's just certain teams that don't have a workload back. If you notice,
You know what's crazy? Who started that? Chip Kelly.
Yeah, I agree.
But I have,
Works.
Hot garbage.
He was.
I think the first cornerback comes off the board here. Christian Gonzalez. Detroit's gonna, help out that defense a little more. I think they're building for the playoffs. I think they, make a good run. So,
For me, this is where that dog. This is where that dog who should have been in the top 5 has slipped all the way down to number 6. I say that the Detroit Lions picked Jalen Carter, defensive lineman from the University of Georgia, and I feel like he's gonna make their defense that much more solid because I think he has the potential to be a Hall of Famer. I don't know if I'm gonna say he's Aaron Donald,
right?
but
He worked with him.
he's Aaron Donald-ish.
He's been working out with Aaron Donald.
All right, it's on you, Lots.
Will Anderson.
okay.
He is picking out the box today.
I'm saying, man.
Don't you love my picks?
I do. He's picking out the
He
box.
gives us some variety here.
All right, Big Timmy.
All right, for this one's a little more difficult because they have a lot of decent players, but they really need to beef up that defense.
If they beef up what they need to beef up, they're going to be a
I'm
contender.
going with Christian Gonzalez as well. That
I like
seems
that
to be the
pick.
best defender that
Super Bowl.
would be available at that time. Yeah, that'd be my pick for them. They definitely need probably a couple quarterbacks.
I also said Jalen Carter on this pick. I said in the other podcast earlier that whoever gets him, it's automatically a steal because his draft stock has fallen out of what it's supposed to be. So anybody that got him at a steal, even at the 6th pick. I think the Lions got half decent corners. They've got C.J. Gardner-Johnson. He's a safety, but he
They
plays
got-
a lot of slot and nickel
Who's
corner.
that defensive end they got too?
They picked up Hutchison. He's
Yeah,
a pass
yeah.
rusher.
Yeah.
The next thing they need over there is a run defense because it's atrocious, and Jalen Carter's a good interior run stopper.
Yes.
I think that's the snag of the day for top 10. They'll steal it.
Boom. Them boys out in Vegas is on the clock now. The Raiders.
So
They just got a quarterback.
yeah. Well, this is another unpopular opinion. I've been reading a lot of reports. I think this is where Richardson goes. I think he falls to Vegas. Some miracle, a Vegas miracle, as they'd say. You get lucky out in Vegas. I think Anthony Richardson falls to him.
If what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, I don't know if he's still gonna. That would be a great pickup for them, but I don't
know if he's still going to be on the board, but we'll see. Every year, it seems to be someone that's supposed to be taken real early somehow slides. I don't know if you guys. I'm sure you guys remember. When Lamar was drafted, he was supposed to be top 10, top 15 pick, and we got him at 32. Traded the Patriots to get him. So
this is why I got Mr. Gonzalez going. I got Mr. Gonzalez going to Vegas.
That's who I had going.
Oh,
there.
that's why you got it.
That's exactly who I have going there.
Vaughn said it looks like the Spider-Man meme right now where he's pointing at each other.
All right, Big Timmy, who you got going to Vegas?
All right, going to Vegas, I have Michael Mayer from Notre Dame. They just traded away Darren Waller and their other tight end, Unfortunately, just got told he has cancer. So they don't have any tight ends right now. So that's why I picked that.
Damn, I just got sad.
Yeah, sorry. I just had to explain why I was telling you that they need to draft tight ends. So
Okay. All right, Trig, what's happening? What you got?
This is where I think Will Levis goes. I think they'll,
that's what I was thinking.
like they said, Jimmy G, transitional quarterback. I like him. I'm a fan. I think he can do good, especially with a big target like Devontae Adams. But a lot of fans and most teams don't believe in him. So I think they'll just go Will Levis as a good backup if Jimmy ever starts tweaking. But he also gets hurt about every year. So I think they'll have Will Levis. If not, though, I think they'll draft Christian Gonzalez. He's the most game-ready cornerback, I think. He's 6'2". He's speed, size.
He's a
coverage.
game changer.
He can play zone and man. He can. I think the problem in Vegas is they don't have much threats on defense, so he'd be a good starting piece to have a threat.
I concur with that.
They don't have much help, so they need someone who doesn't need much help. Christian Gonzalez is a man zone, one-on-one cornerback, number one.
Big Timmy, why didn't you want Levis? I remember a couple weeks ago you was like, well, you hope that you
I had so much hate for him.
He did. He did.
I mean, it's not that I have a lot of hate for him. I just don't want him in particular because, well, first off, I mean, he did play in the SEC, but his whole team was like loaded, and his numbers weren't that good for him being loaded.
Okay, I was wondering. I wanted to ask you that day, but I forgot. I wanted to know because you was adamant about not getting him at all. All righty. Now we got them boys down there in Atlanta.
So I don't think Atlanta needs as much help as they may look like they need on paper, so to speak, on offense. So I have Lucas Van Ness, defensive end out of Iowa, going there.
Hey, you got
Who's the quarterback in Atlanta right now?
I said last episode about their rankings in the
yeah, they're
division and
starting
how
Ritter.
good Taylor Heineke was going to be, and they're starting Desmond Ritter.
Yeah. Hold on,
Cincinnati's quarterback from last year.
quick pause for this. This is the reason I don't like Will Levis. Let's see here. Oh, there, go back. I just said it. He only had 2,400 yards, which is 71st in college, by the way. 19 touchdowns, tied for 50th. 10 interceptions, and a QBR of 60, which is also 59th in college. Oh, that was last year's stat.
Hey, listen, shout out to the mock drafts. I just seen something that it got Pittsburgh getting at number 17. They got Jordan Addison from USC. If this happens, it is going to be a good day. Because Pittsburgh developed wide receivers. I don't know why we can't develop anything else, but we develop wide receivers and running backs. I have no idea.
Can we talk about why
you
we always be drafting
You just
the
did
same
your
position?
pick for Atlanta?
Yeah, you said Van Ness.
Yeah.
Linebacker.
Is it on me?
Yep.
For Atlanta, I have them getting some defense. I have them getting Devin Witherspoon, cornerback from Illinois. He's a tall, lanky guy. He causes a lot of confusion in the backfield. So, I feel like they're going to go defensive.
So I also have Atlanta getting Van Ness. So
Luka Van Ness. Oh, yeah. He's going to be nice.
I actually have Tyree Wilson going there from Texas Tech.
Ooh.
He fell a little bit off the radar, but he's going to be a steal at that pick. So they already got enough offense. I mean, they got all them rookies on offense, all them receivers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm torn with Atlanta because I don't know where they're going to go on defense, but it's really where, I personally think they'll go with a cornerback on Devin Witherspoon. He's the second best, I think, in the draft at corner. But the problem there, I think it's a tight race at second best at corner, so I think they could wait there. And I don't know why he's not as high as he was, but I think they'll draft Miles Murphy, an edge rusher out of Clemson.
Okay.
That's good, yeah.
So we went
nice.
defense across the board for.
Yeah, we went
And
defense across the board.
I just think the cornerback depth to the next best, I think you can get some good guys at corner. I think they'll take the next
Initially,
best
I had
rusher.
Will Levis going there, but all right. Them boys out there in Chicago.
This is a tough one.
This is cheating. They've already accomplished so much. They shouldn't even have a pick right now.
So this is where I'm at with it. Obviously, we're about almost a month out. It's not a full month. It's a little less than a month, but If Chicago doesn't get Derrick Henry, I think they pick up Bijan Robinson, running back. Listen, Vaughn, don't be mad over there because y'all didn't, pay your.
Hey, listen,
running
I'm
back.
not gonna even say my pick. I'm gonna let Trey say it because we talked about it and we ended up having the same exact pick, and I'm gonna let him be able to explain to you in a little depth why we picked this player. Who you got? Who you got, Lots?
I got Smith.
You got Smith?
Nolan Smith.
Well, I didn't need another linebacker over there.
I mean, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? What about you, Big
With
Tim?
mine, I got him going Quentin Johnson, receiver out of TCU. I guess they got a few pieces, don't be wrong, but they need more people to throw the ball to. Over there.
I feel like my sleeper pick for them would have been the tight end from Notre Dame. I think he fit in.
Did they just sign Tunyon?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tunyon.
Yep.
And that guy Komet.
He's a pretty decent.
I think the Bears will go offensive line here. I think their defense after free agency is pretty stacked and young. I think the offense is ready to develop. They got good receivers, good help. I think they'll either get Austin Eckler or Derrick Henry. I think they'll draft Peter Skoronski here from Northwestern. He's the best offensive lineman on the
Solid pick,
board.
yeah.
But the only reason I think that, because I honestly think they need Paris Johnson more. I think he's a better protector on the edge, and that's what the NFL's built around now. Is how good is your edge defense to get to the
Right.
quarterback? Miles Garrett, Micah Parsons, Bosa brother. It's how you can get to the quarterback. And I think the guy in Ohio State, Paris Johnson's a better protector, but Peter Skoronski can play guard. And I think that's coming a thing in the NFL if you can play multiple offensive line positions.
You're
He's a
more
guard and
flexible.
yeah, he's a tackle that can protect and a guard who can block in the run game. So I think they'll go him.
Okay, so
We on number 10.
the Philadelphia Eagles are on the clock.
How you made the Super Bowl and then still get the 10th pick?
I don't know who they
New Orleans.
collusion.
So-
Collusion.
How did they get? So you guys got C.J. Gardner from New Orleans and got their pick.
Yep.
Well, who
And
you
now we
sitting
don't
over there
have
to
CJ now.
negotiate? If somebody over there seducing the owner.
Howie's a
Howie.
heck of a.
I don't know how we did it,
negotiator.
but how we did it. let me
Yeah, I
tell you
promise.
How we did that
He
thing.
figures stuff out.
He's a beast.
This is, I think, Philadelphia tries to patch up some holes. They lost some free agency here. I think this is where I got Jalen Carter falling to. The Eagles. So,
You got Jalen falling down that far?
yeah, number 10.
Well, like Trey said, whoever get him is going to be a steal.
Yeah.
So if he definitely goes this far, if he goes number 10, he's definitely a steal.
Somebody done robbed the damn bank.
But I feel like the Eagles need another target. Ohio State, Jackson Smith. I'm not going to even attempt his last name and destroy it. But,
They need
Smith.
another receiver?
yeah. Jalen needs somebody to keep throwing that ball to. He ain't going to be able to keep doing that running shit.
Well, they got so many receivers over there right now.
He does a good job running though.
He does do a great job.
He knows how to
So
not
you're
get hurt
saying
when he runs.
you
Unlike
have
other
Brown and
people. Smith.
Smith,
Mm-hmm.
but you said they need to draft another?
Watkins and Goddard.
Yep. Got it to tight
Oh.
end.
Okay.
Yes.
Catches the ball better
Oh,
than half
I
the
know.
receivers,
I
man.
know.
I feel like
They should be the most paid in the league.
I feel like they got to keep bringing young talent at wide receiver through there. You got a young quarterback. You got to have somebody that can grow with him.
I also think Jackson Smith can be better than all their receivers right now.
And if you didn't know, the person that's better than Jackson Smith is in next year's draft, Marvin Harrison Jr.
Oh my goodness. All right. Well,
Is it Marvin Harrison's son?
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is some more of that coach shit that I was telling y'all
Oh,
about.
no.
I
Pass
think
around,
the term
bro. Has
bullshit,
been killing
but-
it.
No, I know.
There's people already scouting him. They're
See, y'all see,
one of the owners in the NFL was like, it's like look window shopping for a Lamborghini that you can't get till next year.
What we skip? What happened?
No, I said y'all seen Reggie Wayne tweet out. He said, "Would y'all quit blowing up my inbox, tweet, phone? I have no power to get Lamar Jackson."
He said, "I'm still trying to get the power to get my kids to listen to me, let alone the owners of this organization."
Yeah, I mean,
So, who are we on?
Eagles.
number 10.
No, I know, but
Me.
I was
let's
on the
hear it,
on the
Vaughn.
Eagles fan. I'm waiting to hear.
He's already visited. This is who they obviously kind of want. it's Robinson. That's who I want them to get. That's
So,
who I'm hoping
question,
they get.
since you're kind of like our Eagles insider
Oh,
here,
man.
do y'all just draft running backs not to pay him and send him somewhere else? Is that what you guys do? Or
You know who else does that very well? Pittsburgh.
I swear for the last 2 weeks he's had his guns out shooting at me.
It's just a Pennsylvania thing, I
It
guess.
must be. But hey, we like to use more than one running back at a time, though, and so we already.
you don't like to keep any of them?
But
either.
at least look
We
at
still
the
have the giant killer.
at least
sorry.
look at the running backs that Pittsburgh has had. We've really not had no flops on.
Y'all do the same. You're worse about that with receivers. Y'all get a receiver, it'll be the best one in the league. You'll be like, yeah, we're not paying you. We'll get another one next year.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wish
yeah.
we could just draft.
Yeah,
the
we'll
best
find
wide
another one.
receiver.
And then the Bears, we just gave them Claypool. So
I feel like we never have a bad running back, but our wide receivers like garbage.
your tight end is 40% of your whole fucking offense.
Oh yeah, I know.
And the other 60 is your quarterback you're about to lose.
And don't remind me.
I mean, it's hard, bro. Listen, man. When we lost Ben Roethlisberger, I was hurt because I knew.
Well, at least he lost him like out of
But-
retirement.
but
not
we
in,
knew-
like, 'cause
but
he
we
wasn't gonna pay the
knew.
At
man.
least it wasn't early retirement.
Yeah,
Like
I
it
mean,
is for other
it
people.
should have been 4 years.
I hear I
think he
hear
stayed 4
rumors.
years too late.
I hear rumors he's interested in going to Indianapolis.
Ooh.
The Colts retirement home.
Oh, no.
That is where quarterbacks have been going to die recently.
I also have Robinson going to the Eagles.
Mm.
They lost your boy Miles Sanders to the Panthers. They need somebody to fill the.
See, that's what I don't understand. Like you said earlier, like how do they go to the Super Bowl and still have a chance to get Robinson? Like if this was a running back draft right now, Robinson could go top 3 right now.
Right, but it's a quarterback draft.
But it's a quarterback draft right now.
I feel like the NFL is making the running backs to be like so replaceable.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't think a running back will ever go in the top.
Well, on top
25.
of that, now, like you guys were talking about
Oh, yeah,
earlier,
there's
is that they
definitely drafted
use so
some
many
running backs higher
nowadays.
than
Now you don't
25.
just
Yeah,
use
no,
one
it
running
doesn't
back.
happen
You use
much.
multiple running backs now. I mean, the Eagles have done that for a couple of years now. and
Eagles,
it's worked well.
Cowboys. I mean, Colts did it for a second. I mean, that we're running
Is
back.
the tight end starting to be the new advanced version of the running back?
What do you mean? Like not getting paid?
No, what I'm
Well, they
saying
did
is
that.
What I'm saying is, when I first started watching football many moons ago, the tight end didn't do nothing but block.
Yeah.
He might get a little hindback sweep every now and then because they needed 1 yard and they needed him to pound it in there. Now the tight end is a very decorated position. They're the cleanup man essentially. Any quarterback's bailout
Is
It's
the
tight
time.
end.
is the tight end.
He's
Like,
the manager on shift.
wait a minute. I'm finna give it to the tight end. He got
Yeah,
it.
quarterback's the general manager and the tight end's the manager.
Yep.
The shift manager.
I mean, I
And-
know on our fence, he's definitely the bailout guy.
Yeah,
And 60% of their catches is across the middle of the field.
Yeah.
He said
Or the sidelines.
Yeah,
Good
like-
spots. You
Lamar's-
only get beat 2 times.
running for his life, and he said Andrew's out there somewhere, triple cover, throw him the damn ball.
Yeah, he knows where he's gonna be.
Yeah.
Best cleanup man in the league, though, is Kelsey. We're at the edit all out.
Oh, my bad.
All right, where we going with this big ride?
Oh, well, no, Trey Slayton made his Eagles pick. Huh?
Oh,
I didn't know even Patrick did.
Yeah, I said Robinson.
yeah, he said Robinson.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't hear that either.
It's
I
because
think
you wasn't
Philly-
listening.
Philly's going to replace their defensive line holes. I think they're going to get either the edge linebacker out of Iowa, Lucas Van Ness,
Mm-hmm.
or I think they'll get big defensive tackle Kalijah Cansey out of Pittsburgh. He is 6'1", 280 pounds. Not exactly slow. He's slow, but he's a quick defensive lineman. They're not always the fastest. I think he can get to the quarterback. That's what they need. And he can stop the run inside, like Javon Hargrave did.
Yeah. Because that's going to be someone dearly missed in their defense.
Yeah, I think they need a run stopper.
Yeah.
That was huge for them last year.
All right, so that's our mock draft for the first 10 picks of the NFL draft this year. A lot of them was the same, but as you guys can see, a lot of them was different. I feel like Lots brought the funk with that because he definitely was picking some stuff that was out of the box, and that's exactly what we need here at the Guys Huddle. That's why we tell everybody we just like you. We talk about sports like everybody else. So let's transition into the NBA. Let's get into these standings. My Lakers got a shot to win.
Yeah,
My,
that's what I was about to say.
my Lakers got a shot to get that 6th spot. Now, I know we sat here a couple weeks ago, and I said, I just hope we make it to the play-in. I say, if LeBron wasn't hurt, we get the 6th spot. But, mama, that man's back. And
His doctor said he was like one of the fastest people he's ever seen recover from that injury that he had.
Which doctor? He's seen 20. You heard?
yeah, did you see? Did you hear about the LeBron James of feet, though? That's what the doctors call the LeBron James of feet. Shout out to anybody. A foot doctor is called a podiatrist.
Hopefully there wasn't a Jordan one available.
Oh, no.
So
Come on, what you got, Ron? Talk to me.
can we talk about how disappointing the Mavericks?
Hey, they started out, I thought they was going to be killers.
Like
over
that
there.
was in one of our, I believe in episode 2, one of our final 4 teams. Like at least it wasn't for me. I had
I didn't put them in on my Final Four.
because I know when that first happened, I was talking about KD and the Suns, and then he got hurt literally the next day. But I know he's back now. But I had them probably making it as far as the Suns.
Is this pre-Kyrie or
No,
after?
that was
Right after.
That was right
Well,
after
he did it
Kyrie
without
got there.
Kyrie, so I don't know.
So I'm
The West
Disappointing.
is literally divided by a few games. Like if you lose one game, you can go from 3 to 8.
All right, so updated version here. Who's your Final Four teams this time? 2 in the East and 2 in the West. The West
Oh, are you talking to
championship
me or are
game?
you
Yeah,
talking to
yeah,
Rob?
yeah.
Oh,
Or
for me,
whoever.
for me, it's Bucks Celtics and Grizzlies Lakers.
you're talking about Final Four like 2. Yeah, you said 2 in the East, 2 in the West.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I figured 4 in the West.
I didn't know if we were gonna go 4 West, 4 in East.
I know, sorry. This is what you get for waking me up this early.
So West, I got the Suns, and then what's gonna catch some heat? Maybe, I don't know. Grizzlies,
I'm not gonna catch any heat about anything coming out of Memphis. Them boys,
and then
them boys is dogs.
East, I got the Cavs and the Bucks. There's gonna be some upsets. There always is. I mean, whether we're gonna agree with it or not, someone always gets upset. It's not supposed to make it as far as.
I wouldn't necessarily say Cavs beating anybody, being upset. They're a solid team over there. The East is so solid, I wouldn't be surprised if anybody could make it.
It really could come down to if someone gets hurt.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
East,
Pacers.
the East is solid, more solid than the
That's
West.
usually
right
how it
now.
happens. Someone gets hurt, and then a team like
So you picked 2?
I picked 2 in the East, 2 in the West.
I asked 2. I didn't hear. Sorry.
Oh, no, he picked the
Cavs
Grizzlies,
and the Bucks, and then
and the
the
Grizzlies and the Suns.
Guys, I don't watch much basketball.
That's all right. That's all right. We got you. We got you.
So you ready for this?
Come on
For
with
my,
it.
my random picks.
Let's go. Random.
Let's go with the West. Let's go with Thunder and the Lakers.
Okay.
Let's-
The Lakers.
Let's go with the East. Let's go with the Bulls and the Knicks.
And first and
Hey,
foremost,
if that happens.
first and
That
foremost,
happens. I'm a time
the
traveler.
the Knicks might the Knicks might shock somebody, man. So yeah, I'm not going.
The Bulls, they ain't going nowhere.
If the Knicks make it to the finals, New York will burn down.
Oh, I swear they are.
York will
They're burning
burn down.
everything.
They gonna burn it down from excitement.
Man,
Big Tim, who you got? Who you got coming out the East?
Tell me it's something different.
I got Philly and the Celtics going out the East. I think the Celtics give the Bucks a hard run for their money. And end up beating them. And then I have the Suns and the Lakers.
I would love to see that. I would love
I
to
think
see
the Lakers slide into that little
would love
spot
to
and
see
they
the
go and get
King.
run.
versus the Durantula,
And
aka the Slim Reaper.
We ain't seen that.
with
That's
Chris
second.
Paul. That's gonna be the only reason that Chris Paul never gets a ring is because they run into the Lakers in the finals.
And that's gonna sadden me because I know LeBron wants Chris to win a ring, but he don't want him to win one more than he wants to win.
Yeah, like, why has Chris Paul not like teamed up with LeBron yet? Like they're best friends. Like,
Well, because the last time Chris Paul tried to team up with somebody, they vetoed it.
Yeah.
He tried to go to the
If
Lakers.
him and Kobe
with
would've
him
been
and
together,
Dwight
he'd
Howard.
already
Yeah,
had a
yeah,
ring.
yeah. If he would have, if that him and Dwight go to the Lakers with Kobe, he gets a ring, maybe 2.
Yeah, possibly 3.
So yeah, I don't know.
Because that was when Dwight Howard was decent.
So how much shit you think's gonna talk if it's the Suns and Lakers? Who you think wins?
Who's gonna win?
Yeah.
Depends on which tarantula we get.
Or you mean which wet piece of paper towel we get? Or
Yeah.
First of all, I want to let you know, wet notebook paper has been showing out. Anthony Davis has been going
Yeah, I was
ballistic.
gonna say because they both.
I think he's been listening to everybody's podcast, and he's fed up with people saying he's soft, he's weak. All he wants to do is shoot the jumper. He doesn't want to put his back to the basket anymore. And for the last couple weeks, that's what he's been doing. He's just been out there.
Healthy AD is still the best big man in the league.
Yeah, as long as he's healthy. What you got for us, Trey?
I'm tough on this because I think it still depends on seeding. But I think the 6th seed, whoever makes the 6th seed, I think will be in the conference finals because the 6th seed goes up against Sacramento in the first round. And teams are wanting the 6th seed to play Sacramento. They play no defense.
I'm excited to see.
It's gonna be
Sacramento.
crazy. Somebody like LA gets in there and they get whooped by Sacramento.
Could you imagine?
Everybody's trying to get that spot.
Just as a Laker fan, I want to let you know that would not shock me at all if we played Sacramento and lost. They got a bunch of young boys that like to run.
I just don't like if it happens, then I'm wrong. But the Kings are going to get bounced in the
No
first
defense.
rounds, and it'll be embarrassing. It'll be an embarrassing fashion because any time it's ever happened, look at the Hawks when they were the number 1 seed running through the East.
I feel like it's never good to be the number 1 seed. Like
No, they're the number 3 seed, but they are the best offense almost in history.
right. I know. I just mean
but they play
number 1 goes out early always. I feel
Like if you, but see, it depends on what your home and away record is. Like if you're a really good home team,
they're great on the road and they're great
if
at
you're a
home.
really
but-
good road, I mean, if you're a good home team, then that seeding matters. But some teams, like the Memphis Grizzlies, they don't care what seed they are. They have the confidence.
They're
believe.
atrocious on the road though.
Yeah.
Hey, you know who's the only team worse than them on the road?
They're the Rockets.
Golden State.
I thought for sure you was gonna.
At one
say
point, they lost
Colorado.
like 20 games in a row on the road.
But I think the 6th seed will beat the Kings because, like I said, they don't play defense, and in the playoffs, that's what you need to play defense. And your high-rating offense isn't going to last in the playoffs, I don't think, especially because they're matched up against the Clippers right now. Teams want that 6th seed to knock them out the first round.
Well, the Clippers looked like trash last night. I watched.
No. Russell Westbrook, Kawhi went for 40.
First of all, Russell Westbrook.
Hey, listen,
we know
since
the
he made
hate's
it to the
over there.
Clippers, he has not been
First of all,
Westbrook.
he upsets me. You know why? Because with us, he averaged 5 turnovers a game.
Bro, he
Still
was
does.
5 from 5 from the 3-pointer.
I saw.
He said he doesn't
5
like
of
yellow.
5.
When was the last time?
That's what I'm saying.
He doesn't like yellow. That's the issue.
Is that what it is?
Yep. He looks better than the other.
But I think the 6th seed will make
Do
it.
you not know what color the Clippers are?
No, they're just
He
multiple.
said, and the other.
Oh, it's black and red.
Well, and they got a little bit of blue.
But I think the Nuggets will probably make it to the conference finals. I don't think they'll make it to the finals. They'll probably lose. And then I got the East. I got Milwaukee and Boston, and that'll be a slugfest. Milwaukee just thwarted them the other night, 41 points.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. As far as the West go, Denver is the only team that really scares me against the Lakers, and the only reason that is because it's matchup. It's matchup problem.
Yeah, your worst nightmare would actually be if you played the Clippers. I'm saying if you lost to the Clippers.
Yeah,
It'd be terrible to have to listen to that for a year.
Listen.
You lost the
They've
baby.
always
you
been the
lost
team
baby
in-
brother.
They've always been the team in the basement, so
Yeah.
to lose to them,
Aren't they building their own stadium right now? though?
it's about time.
He's about time sharing my room with him.
About time. The Bus family has been collecting money off of them for that for years. That's how we've been paying for all these megastars through the years, is through the Clippers paying us to play at our house.
Could you imagine me like, yeah, you paid for him, by the way?
I appreciate that. Yeah,
We gave him a max contract because, y'all stay at our house.
because you live in the
You
basement.
paying our rent.
I think Kawhi should have went to the Lakers instead of the Clippers. Hot take. This random hot take there.
If he would have went, we would have won.
Sounded like
Him,
Colts
we would have
AD,
had 3-peat.
and LeBron.
3-peat. No question. And we got D.
LeBron would have played point guard.
And there would have been no problem with it.
No.
Hey Trey, you heard how he said that LeBron would have been playing point guard.
did,
What
but-
position do I have to say? Ain't he been playing point guard his whole?
I know,
career?
but realistically, who would
It's
have
called
to worry
point
about
forward,
playing
actually.
any like bigger position really?
Well, listen, my
He's
last
at all 5.
my last question before we wrap things up is I just want to know an honest answer from 3 people in this room because I know Zach doesn't know. I just want an honest opinion. Bronny James, NBA draft. Is he a top 10 player?
His brother's better than him.
I agree.
I see that little frown on your face.
I know he's not a number 1,
That's
but is he a top 10 player?
I want to see it more. I want to see more proven. I think his name just carries him into the first round.
Oh no, he's a baller.
I mean, he but
I'm not
the
saying he's
question
necessarily
if
top
his
10.
name wasn't what he was though.
Oh yeah, if he still had the skill and his name wasn't what it was, he'd still be a good.
Well, that's
prospect.
just what I want to know.
Yeah,
I
People
wanna
would still know
yeah.
about.
Like,
him.
is that carry him even farther though? You think? I bet that's a chip on his shoulder.
I
though.
mean, I feel like that makes it harder for him.
Yeah, because if he didn't have that, they might not be as hard on him because he's got a lot of.
well, yeah,
he
but
tried
think
to
about
do
it
this
though.
crazy dunk
Imagine
a
being
couple
LeBron
months ago,
James'
and they
son.
roasted
He
him.
knows. Listen, his father won the dunk contest and the McDonald's All-American game. He came in second. So, I mean, we know he's not this phenom out of high school. My question is, does he develop better? Because LeBron didn't get a jumper until
Is he going to
year
college or is
5
he
or
just
6.
going to?
Listen, he could. I think he's going to go to Ohio State. But I'm not sure. My thing is everybody's going to compare this young man to his father when everybody should be comparing Bryce to LeBron because Bryce has the size
Yeah, man,
and the
bro,
mobility.
he went to sleep one day, woke up 6'10".
Just let everybody know, Bryce's godfather. I mean, Bronny's godfather is Chris Paul. And if anybody pays attention, because ball is life in my house, Bronny shoots the ball
efficiently.
very well from anywhere on the court. Pick and roll 3, pop it. Step back 3, pop it. Off the dribble to the hole, stay out my way. Oh, you think I can't dunk? Watch this. Like, he has all of the mechanics. But I think,
They just compare him to his dad too much, like you said.
but I feel like in the long run, once he develops, he's going to be a very good player.
Maybe hit
Because he doesn't have that
the gym a
expectation.
little bit, you know.
Yeah, he doesn't have that expectation of, I got to be the king right now. No, his dad didn't never touch a basketball in the NBA and had already labeled him the king.
I'm just
So-
worried about him because of his path. Some people are telling him to go overseas.
Yeah, LeVar Ball
Yeah.
actually.
A lot of people. It's not
Promote
that just
him.
made headlines. Cause
I know, but he's just
But-
promoting. He
Yeah.
said,
no reason to learn chemistry.
I ain't going to say nothing bad about Mr. LeVar Ball. I was, but then you got to think he got 3 sons and he got 2 of them in the NBA. Would have had 3 if the
Well,
other
the third one just can't make a jumper now. All of a sudden.
But no, you know what? That's because you remember Space Jam? The Monstars, they took his power once he stole that stuff over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he stole that stuff over there, and then they took all his powers.
I'm just worried about Bronny's path. I think he's the best defender in the family. I think he's the best on-ball IQ defender. I think he'll be good defense. He's got the best jump shot. He's got a better jumper than his dad and his brother from what it looks like right now. I think his problem is going to be rushing it to play in the league. I think he'd be a solid couple-year college player, 2 to 3 year college player.
I mean, yeah, he should because you can get paid in college now.
yeah,
he,
I
he
think he
tried
wants
to
to go
play
play
with
with.
dad, though.
Yeah, but I don't think. Yeah, that's the whole thing. I'm not sure that that's
But
what
that's
he
something,
wants
yeah.
to do though. I feel like that's something that his
LeBron
dad.
wants to do, Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine though? Be like, hey, yeah, I just won a national championship.
With my dad.
It's
Yeah.
kind of like on the wrestling side with Ray and Dom.
Yeah.
They won the tag titles, the first father and son do it
Yeah.
ever do it in WWE.
I would love it. I would even love it more if the team that they playing for plays out in Vegas and LeBron James is a 60% owner. That would be even better because in my debate, I think LeBron's going to be a better GM than Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan is the trashiest GM of the last 20 years. His
He
draft,
just can't do anything right.
his draft picks
The best player they ever drafted was Ball
was yeah.
or
I-
Gordon Hayward.
Now he's
was
selling
pretty
the
solid.
team.
Yeah, so
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, Just because you're a great basketball player does not mean you're going to be a good executive. It just
And also, there's trash players that are great coaches.
yes, yes.
I mean, I know where I'm
You know who would be a good coach?
Tony Romo.
Yep.
Hey, on a
Say
side
the
note
hell out
from
of my head.
sports,
Tony Romo would be an excellent football coach.
Like he's reading the play before it's like as it's happening.
It's almost like he has a script.
it's because he does.
Brock Lesnar's gonna win tonight. I'm just letting everybody know, man.
Hey, real quick before we do jump this off.
So is Cody Rhodes.
Championship picks for NCAA. Who's going to championship?
UConn's winning it all.
Ooh, get the Wolves out here, man. Them UConn Wolves, they finna do something.
I got UConn.
Them Huskies finna do it.
I said they was gonna make it.
Oh, look, it's unanimous.
Unanimous.
Oh wait, no.
San Diego State.
Oh yeah.
man, what?
This is
we
why
knew there was garbage.
This is
there.
why he is the legend's least favorite son. This is why right here he picked San Diego.
You know he gonna be calling up in here and talking about.
He's on the Legends.
Least favorite. Yes. No, I forgot.
Who else has his name in here?
You know what?
Anybody?
You know.
No other Tims.
First of all, my father's name is Ricky, and my first name is Ricky, and I am clearly not the most favorite.
You're right. Ryan probably has that. Actually, Zach's really been his favorite for quite some time.
We're just gonna put this out there. No disrespect, but every time we with him, I feel like Zach's name gets brought up.
Yeah.
Zach is the most positive person. You know, sometimes it makes me sick. He's so nice all the time. Like, I want to see Zach one time just lose it. Just
You know how you do that?
it's gonna be scary.
You get him and Ryan together. You keep them in the same room. They're not allowed to leave for 24 hours.
Well, first of all, that's anybody that I've met. We took a trip to go see Survivor Series, and I thought you and Colin were gonna kill Ryan.
Oh, we would have been close. If Zach borrowed around, I guess.
Yeah.
Listen, that was what we call balling on a budget.
Oh yeah, we was definitely balling on a budget. Yeah, it wasn't. It wasn't no podcast then. It wasn't no cameras.
Hey, shout out to Detroit. They're going to SummerSlam this year. I plan on being there and doing some sort of podcast.
You know who else is going to have a big venue? Is Philadelphia is having WrestleMania next year. For WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm
40.
buying my tickets as soon as they drop.
It's going to be an outside stadium.
We're going to
very
WrestleMania,
excited for
boys.
that.
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
We're going to do the podcast next year at WrestleMania.
I wanna-
God, I'm gonna have to call.
Probably.
I'm gonna have to call all my family out there in Philly. I'm gonna have to get all the ox because it's rough out in Philly, man. I
Oh,
don't
it
know if
is.
y'all know it or
It
not.
is.
I'm going to wear all my Eagle stuff. They'll be nice.
Zach said that.
Oh yeah, well yeah, you gonna fit right in.
Right.
Yeah.
We'll be the sore
I'm
thing
a-
sticking
problem
out.
smacking
I'll wear a cowboy jersey.
Hey, Jason, I'm going to wear one too. We'll wear them together.
Oh man, now, are we gonna get?
That's how you start beef right
Hey,
there.
look,
I'm gonna
we
wear
gotta-
the
we need
Cowboys
to-
jersey in front of the Rockies.
Hey. Oh, look.
Put a
That's like wearing a Bears jersey.
What's
at
that
Lambeau.
statue they have over there in front of the Eagle Stadium? What's that called?
The
Yeah.
Rocky
It's a
statue.
Philly special.
Yeah. I'm gonna put a Terrell Owens jersey on it. The
Oh,
On the Rocky
man.
statue.
We got to get
Listen,
we got to
is
get a
it-
cheesesteak when we go though. We
Question.
gotta get the cheese.
Is it any worse being in
Someone's gonna
Pittsburgh
shoot
wearing
me.
Baltimore jersey?
What?
The only time I'm worried about a Baltimore Raven fan is if I'm at Charles Stadium and I got a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey.
Yeah, but like if I'm, I have a Baltimore jersey on, I'm in Pittsburgh. Like, is it any worse?
Yes. No, I think it's equal. I think it's equal hate.
Okay.
We really didn't get that much hate when we was in
The only hate we got is when we was walking back to the car.
I think it's equal hate. But you want to know where I would love to
Food
wear
workers.
a Pittsburgh jersey at? At the doghouse.
Oh, I've already wore a Baltimore jersey in the doghouse.
Yes,
Let me
I
tell you.
would.
Oh,
For those of you who
Cleveland
don't
does
know,
not play
Cleveland,
around.
Cleveland gets lit, and I'm not talking about
That was the first game me and Ryan
Alive and
went
Five,
to, wasn't
like
it?
we talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the first game that we went to where we explored outside of Indianapolis, and let me tell you, them people in Cleveland,
They don't care. They said we suck. at
Hey, they
football.
do give good massages though.
Shout out to Deshaun Watson.
I don't really know if we call that a shout out. But all right, guys, looks like we're wrapping it up today. We appreciate all the viewers. Please like, subscribe, Apple Podcasts, Spotify Podcasts, and Amazon. Till next week, this is season 1, episode 1. We appreciate you guys. Have a good one.